Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago. But never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only. All I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custodians, the Order of the... Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this... All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your...
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding bishop of... At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine de Vries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure a splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater... I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
The Order of the Ascendant awaits us on Golden Ridge, Commander.
Commander, need to...
Before we rev engines, I'd really like to check on Zeb still. It won't take... Not to belabor the point, but Zeb's not in the habit of staying in one place over long. We miss him here, and there's no telling when I'll be able to catch him next. If ever. This is important to me, and not to be cheeky, but I did save your life. Please, just give it some more thought before you fire up the Ash.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden... Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station, due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild.
Careful now. Oh.
Look, I know you're raring to get to Golden Ridge and get after de Vries, but my graph's been acting up. Going no. Really think we ought to follow Doc's directive and get me a new graph quick as we can. Else, I got an awful sense I won't make it much for... I should hope so, Commander. Thanks.
The following points of interest have been identified. Matriarch's Mercy, Alexandra Monastery, the statue of the Matriarch, and notice. Event detected. Please consult with Earth Directorate HQ before committing. We're committing resources to search and rescue.
Attention passenger. You are running 21,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future.
Please mind the gaps. All of them. Analyzing authenticity. All but one panel of this mural is a reproduction. For preservation purposes, relocating it to the incognito storage may be advisable.
Looks like folks holed up here after the fighting started. Guess not everybody was eager to take sides. Lest you're bent on exploring, best we hoof it over to Matriarch's Mercy and meet with that Abbot Bassar mentioned.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please!
Stranger, the Order bids you welcome, but also warnings.
Under good authority from the Seer.
Unspecified dangers are predicted in these areas at an indeterminate point in time.
Your compliance for the complete safety of yourself, family, and friends is greatly appreciated.
Think they'll notice if we jump the queue?
Another refuge. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our Seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
I remember this place before the war.
Please be advised, this unit lacks pharmaceutic
Friends,
resources to
neighbors,
provide medical care
while
meeting
you
Earth
shelter in
Directorate
Matriarch's
standards to
Mercy.
populations exceeding 7.5 persons.
By the law. It's you. You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief. Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Reach. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Yes, the presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, due to our need for compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my Seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. That may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the N-Ray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Fascinating. Your fear response must be suffering from some impairment. Likely the result of a traumatic brain injury. I'd have to open you up to be sure.
A generous offer, my friend, but I don't think the agent is interested in exploratory surgeries at the moment. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Thank you for proving my thesis statement.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden... One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. Before you dash off, here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory should you decide to look into matters that Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes if you return with any new finding.
Commander, this unit has received a signal from Inez aboard the Incognito, expressing an urgent need to speak with you about her declining health status.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zeranium Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the Abbot? But we don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir.
This is Factor Métaguier. Am I to understand you have orders from the Abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you in... Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. Building on the left.
Yes, right over here. So, the Abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Interesting timing. May I see it then? The writ? Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the Abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route. But fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. One of our transport pods, filled with Zeranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space, where they are collected for To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose, despite the explosive nature of the material. Fortunately, we have potentially identified the culprit. And we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufacture. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below, a move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and flinders. Wait, so...
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at...
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Emergency detoxification initiated. What's her name took over?
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. But I haven't even told you the worst part. How Alva took control. The subsequent, albeit strangely indirect, obloquy and vituperation. The lives lost. Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, Frank. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Varachnid's Calicity as slavering when it attacks?
Of course, she's hiding something. You think those two exemplars are just hell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Oh, hello. A visitor. And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire? Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like commanders. And who is that you brought with you? Another Earth Directorate agent, I see.
Is she talking about me?
All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? But don't they always attempt to, flee the scene? I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled Outpost Opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. I hate to speak poorly of management, but we work folk around the manufactory consider the proctor something of a petty bureaucrat, dear. I assume she's acting as any functionary would, assigning blame to appear in control. Well, you know the type, surely. Dear me, I wish I knew. But, actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. All right, fair enough. Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long-ons.
May all your endeavors add to the equation. Patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too discreet about it.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away.
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time. Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. I appreciate even your hesitant support. Now, I believe you had an update for Initiate Alva.
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used to affect the falsification. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A uranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
I expect the uranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible...
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
Always account for standard deviation.
Svoboda sure has it out for that initiate. Guess I would too if Alba had killed a bunch of my colleagues.
Ah, yes. Suppose you'll do.
Factor's been in there a while now. Perhaps.
Something about that Albert doesn't square. And she called me sad. I'm not sad. Just for the record.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just stay with.
kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Well, again, I deeply appreciate your... Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
Ready to assist with agents' health needs.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is, always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance, but not the know-how. I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party, so I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an Order Proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. Especially by someone we clearly know so little about. You are far more capable than some back manufactory button pusher. Who?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam L. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirect.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint. I must admit, I'm not entirely... The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved, if there are any hints of truth to that. I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with...
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. I cannot be party to this, but neither shall I stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it.
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
Wait, you can't possibly believe this balderdash. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Updating threat assessment of Marisol Delgado to Hi.
Her terminal unsealed the effluve. Proctor left her terminal on. Maybe it holds some sign of who she was working for.
This space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I suppose.
The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. But I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Affirmative. Engaging standby protocols.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place.
Ready to wait. On your command.
Enemy moving into harm's way.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Law. You can bet this is the work of those cultists we tangled with outside. But what's the gain from butchering a bunch of scientists? Nice job, Commander. Seems the power's been rerouted. We should look around.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work. 0.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid.
Yes, based on your presumed body.
I was unaware that Victor, that is, Archivist Clemens, requested aid. Did he? Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of... Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still beloved, and with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds. 3 days ago, the range was inundated with fiends. Cultists, I believe. I am unaware if they're immensely foolhardy or simply mad, but they've caused... I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays. It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We have an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible, it was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here.
There's the N-ray device that Exemplar Foxworth mentioned.
You cannot threaten one who welcomes them.
Threat detected.
Let me know when you need a distraction. Closing in.
Standing by to stupefy. Target analyzed.
Lay down fire. The point. You leave at once.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come? But if we fail to act, the Order will be lost forever. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your... But I should remind you that such a failure will result...
summing up my aggression.
Here, you temper my
Hostilities are afoot.
Look at the sad little scrap in his corrugated metal cage. Why don't you unlock?
I'll handle this.
You, friend of friends, are a greater ally than any number of fellow scientists. I hardly believe my eyes. I didn't think I would be leaving this room with... Well, I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Ooh, ingenious device. If I'd had it, damn that Victor, and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife. Pardon my excitement. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing in the ensuing chaos. Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cult because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. There's no such thing as invisibility. The cultists are out of phase. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past. But if you're not attached to the solid state of your organs, I suppose it might be nice to be less visible for a few hours. Although it requires further investigation and experimentation. They are physically here, but only partially. Hence their unseen state. Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever...
To any fool enough to approach my holdout, I once again ask you to stop. The path ahead... Must I say only death lies ahead? Observe. Being personal. Time for that is over. Please. I never wanted this situation to escalate like this. You must understand. But now, there is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. I was warned that you would attempt to. You would use subterfuge to sway me. I cannot allow this. If De Vries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth. Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as... And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. At the end of all things, my decisions were predestined. I am not at liberty to divulge the reasoning behind... You're not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I explain, the words would be lost on you.
I beg to differ. I'd likely understand any analytical or theoretical justification you claim to have better than you do.
I heard tell of an Order operative recently being spotted in the field. A legendary figure who'd been absent. One who'd be eminently capable of understanding the difficult decisions that must be made for humankind's ascension. That's you, isn't it? The Endpoint?
You are correct, Victor. I am the Endpoint, and I am well equipped to understand your reasoning.
Very well. Very well. I can spare words with you. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end. If what you say is true, then you have my tentative thanks. However, scientific certainty would absolutely... De Vries opened my eyes. The Order is on the path to absolute truth. And if they are not interrupted, this politics cannot bind us. Uncertainty cannot strangle. And no one can be allowed to waltz in and hurl our plans into disarray. What? How do you not understand the present situation? What coward would strap an explosive device to himself? How many people did you kill on the way here? You clearly don't know what you... The time for talk ends forever!
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the Monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the Monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the Order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the Monastery now, yes?
Got some kind of tickle in my chest.
Are you all right?
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to Africa? Ruth Bassar is the first among equals of the royal family.
Grand Arch-Agent! Oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been a rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. Representatives of Auntie's Choice in the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to short... I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways. No? How grand! Then we are already... Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the Observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations.
The one Wiley designed,
Ready
right?
to be the whole...
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Reckon the Order teaches this flair for the dramatic to all seems? Or is he a special case?
Assessing. Beginning field.
Let me know when you need a stretch.
mechanical functioning.
Hey, got a distraction for you. Come at me.
Check out that junction box. Bet our N-ray scanner could be useful here.
Trigger finger's still tired.
Aborting search.
Found another one.
Investigating hostile intentions. Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Threat detected.
Check your scope for combatant analysis. Shot. Find me, then force to rewire it in a more straightforward fashion.
Present coordinates.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Scrub down before.
Grand Architect's perspiring armed conflicts are not the inevitable. Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't.
Anchorites. Be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
Held hostage? Goodness, no. We are anchorites for the Order, child. This is where we can. Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is, and how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm? We make those estimates all the time. We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle? I need the book, Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Example. And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to. Good for him. About what my colleague means is, I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way. Much appreciated.
Those who do not follow the plan will be terminated.
Mobilizing. It's the unknown variable. Combatant scan.
Sorry, ain't ready yet. Keep
Sorting through locator and ready status.
Take the recharge.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Ready to win. On your command.
When a student fails, why, their instructor, of course. Transport agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror.
All right, what's the call, Commander? Seer was right about one thing. We wouldn't be very good Earth Directorate.
Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it in.
Praise high probability. Wiley trapped us here. Didn't even give us the chance to surrender.
He's lost his wits. Kept going on about his puzzle in the research wing upstairs. That must be where he hid the key.
Guessing the safe is part of Wiley's puzzle. Odd how obvious it's made.
Hostilities are afoot.
Grenade out! Proceeding.
Guns cocked and loaded. Get the signal.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Obviating.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Battle scanned.
Grenade outbound.
Way to get the ball rolling.
No, I haven't encountered this much of a waste of time since I tried programming Val to understand sarcasm.
See? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back? Hurry! Disable the card press machine!
That was the right call, but we've no time left to waste.
Not that I was concerned.
This would be the scriptorium Empress Brun and Chow mentioned earlier. Should we fetch them their texts? Facilitate their malfunctional behavior further? handle this. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
The one you need to worry about. Over here! Bring home in the head! Check enemy like just turned over.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Check your scopes.
A pivotal moment.
Target analyzed.
Lay down fire. Ratcheting up my aggression. Combatants. Yeah.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him. You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. Combat.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Returns to the equation.
Unfriendly nearby. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Consider self-preservation a priority. Adversary vulnerability. Go for mortification. Back and scan.
Everyone you need to worry about.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Mobilizing.
Have a fix on their weaknesses. Who doesn't appreciate a good orrery? Worthless people, that's who.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages, I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has that's preposterous. In a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us, I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. De Vries and I are merely providing a necessary...
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at this slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preempt...
The Endpoint. No.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me... Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? This proves nothing, except your willingness to trespass into other people's correspondence, and Joseph's inability to express himself clearly in the written form. I can't conceive of a reason why my survival should matter to you.
I was wondering the same question myself.
However, as a matter of professional curiosity, let's entertain the hypothetical. I stand down. Then what? If my numbers had supported such an outcome, do you truly believe I would have elected for all this disorder? None of this is going according to my calculations. I certainly failed to predict your attempt to negotiate. How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What more could I have done? Where did I err? Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I've already sent Augustine everything she needs. But all our communications are on this terminal, though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. All I know is that I was never meant. Now I must send word to my allies here at the Monastery to stand down, and notify them of my resignation from the Order. Leave me be. I have no more predictions to offer, now or ever.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct... The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the Monastery. When it is done... I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, however, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives, yet we must act unflinchingly.
We off to the peace talks then? We'll need your ship unless you intend to walk. To space.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. I won't trouble you to provide more details then. Without your intervention, you are welcome to collect the experimental weapon inside the observatory. The Oracle. May all your future endeavors